I love Pinterest. Sometimes I'll try to take a break from Instagram. Instead of like doom scrolling on there, I'll head on over to Pinterest. It really helps like spark my creativity and help me like get inspired and get ideas. Well, been obsessed with this one dress. Let's talk about it. So the designer of this particular dress is Joanna Sarginko, which is not how you pronounce that name. Joanna is probably right, but the last name is very questionable. I'm so sorry. She's a Russian fashion designer who started her label in 2011. Now, she caused a little bit of trouble in 2018 for a handwritten note that had some controversial language in it. We're not going to get into that, but we just really want to focus on a particular dress. It does seem like she hasn't put out a show in like 4 years, and it might be due to the previous controversy. But that's speculation. I don't actually know. I really like her designs. You can tell that they're obviously influenced by vintage and historical fashion with an emphasis on the 1940s. Dita Von Teese is one of her clients, so I feel like that says something. And I actually really like her designs. Not that I would ever buy any of them because I know how to sew. I can make anything I want. I can attempt to make anything I want. Okay, but let's get into the particular dress that is her design, I think. I'm going off of this Pinterest post, which says in the caption that it is from her spring-summer collection. Now, I found that runway collection and I did not find this dress, but I did find images of the designer wearing it at what looks like some, I don't know, party or award ceremony, something. And when I did a reverse image search on some of these pictures, it sent me to one of her websites that is no longer up. So I do think it is from her, and it might be from that 2016 collection, but I can't find it. It's not available to me anymore. So all we have are the images in this Pinterest post. I have pinned every single one that Pinterest had. So this is a dress that we're gonna be making. Isn't it so cute? I love the back. The little open back. Oh, it's so adorable. And we're gonna be mixing it up on the fabrics. For the main part of the dress, which is the black in the reference image, I'm gonna be using this red silk Diponi. Diponi? I got this at an estate sale. It's 3 yards and I bought the whole thing for $15. This type of silk usually goes for about $30 a yard, so I was ecstatic when I saw this and bought it up immediately. And I do know that it is real silk because when I got home, I took a little piece and burned it and it smelled like burnt hair and it was disgusting, so silk. For the back, the white part of the dress, we're gonna be using this really adorable fabric I got at Joanns. I bought this thinking I might use it for my last project, the Valentine's dress, but I didn't end up using it, so I still have it, and it's just so stinking cute. And I just thought that these two together look so adorable and that it would be perfect for the dress. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this dress because we don't have a pattern for this. So we're just gonna have to figure it out. So I'm gonna get out my iPad and we can kind of like sketch a rough pattern out so that when we get to the drafting, we'll have a better idea of what we're doing. So let's go. Okay, let's take a closer look at what we're dealing with here. Start with the top because I have a really clear image of the top. So we have a waistband here. And then we have this little shoulder piece that comes down and we can put a princess seam in here. But it is like overalls. There we go. And we got this one on this side. And then we got panels here. So this is all one piece. And then we have like strips. Looking at this one particular line right here, it looks like they're not connected, like to each other. They're just connected over here. We got a side seam, and then that goes up. We have our flounce. And then there's something on the flounce. I'm just do this little doot 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 doot. Well, that's the top of our dress. That's not as hard as I thought. So we do have gathering at the skirt. You can see it's gathered up here. And then we also have a band here, like a tuck, which I think is gonna work in our favor because we only have 1.5 yards of this white fabric with the hearts on it, so I cannot use it under the front of the dress. So here at this seam, we can sew in a portion. And then we have the bottom part, which is also gathered. So we got another little bit of gathering here. And then we have bottom of the dress, which looks scalloped or just kind of laced. All right, now let's get an image in here for the back of the dress. So we have our little overall straps, which is a terrible name for that, but those come all the way back. Our waistband connects back here. We'll say there's probably like a little button there, right? And then our fringy guy stops there. And then we have buttons going all down the back of the dress. This bit, which kind of makes it look apron-y. And then we had that piece that's about here, where it was gathered even more. Have our buttons. And then for the bottom of the dress, we're going to use some type of lace trim. It's my lace. Okay, so I'm feeling way more confident now. This is better than I thought. Okay, this also, there's a bit here. This white part is also gathered, it looks like. I think we're gonna have to use every single bit of this 1.5 yards. Let's bust out my pattern block and draft the top of this out. I think, honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about this. So let's see if I can keep that up.
I'm not going to go into too much detail about the patterning process for this one. I ended up redrafting it, so none of this matters too much, except that we need princess seams that go up to the shoulder. Now let's move along to the first mock-up.
I've gone ahead and made a mock-up. I almost wasn't going to. I almost had the hubris to just be like, no, I'm sure this is great, and then cut it out of my silk fabric. Really glad I didn't, because we do have some issues. First one in the front. The neckline is okay. Obviously we need those strips that go across, but we'll put that on later. It's slightly big right here. So I'm just gonna take a pin and we're just gonna pinch it right out. Just like that. There we go. And then the bigger issue is in the back, because this is not gonna work at all. So if I pull, ow, sorry, I pinned it right there. If I pull this down like this, pin this down here, that, and then pull the sleeve up, done the 2 corrections on separate sides, that's cool. That almost fixes it. I think I just need to pull it down just a little bit more. I am gonna move this to the other side just so I can see how it fits. Okay, all right. So take a look. This side, I did this side, and then the back sitting so much better. Okay, so we need to make these adjustments on our pattern. And then of course we have the white that goes in the back that's gonna like make the closure of this. But so far so good. Oh boy, I'm a little tired. I've been working all morning trying to fix this pattern. In the last clip I filmed, the sound might be corrupted. Just in case, let's just do a quick go over what I said last night. I was at my wit's end and could not get these straps at the top to work right, and decided that I needed to redo the pattern. There was a lesson to be learned in there, in that when you make alterations to a pattern, you don't want to do them right on the pattern. You want to make a copy of the pattern and then make the alterations. And you want to do that every time you make alterations. Because if you mess up, you have something to go back to. I did not do that. So I wanted to go back and cut these pieces out of the center part and then add seam allowance to them, but I didn't have it. So I just had to start over. Put it all together, tried it on, the back was still messed up. And it was like, okay, well, we've already redone the front, so why don't we just redo the back too? So I redid the back. Here's where we're at. So this side is okay. I think it's fine now. I did, you can see there's a seam line right here. It was longer, but I've chopped it off. This seam is not doing anything, so I'm just gonna put it back and make this back piece one piece. But I think I do finally have the shape right. I just need to fix the arms up here, a little in the armpit. Basically just transfer all the marks that I've made here onto there. I finally got these to sit right. Well, technically it's sitting wonky, but that's my fault. If I would have taken my time and sewed it a little bit nicer, they would sit flush. See? It works, right? So I just have to be very careful when I'm sewing these on. And I know there's still like a little bit of kind of gaping back here, but this is not the finished back. Remember, there's that whole panel of the white fabric that we got to put back there. So once we put that on, I think it's going to sit very nicely. I thought this project was going to be hard, and then I drew it out and I was like, this is going to be easy. And then I started doing the mock-ups and I'm like, oh, this is really hard. And now I am at the point where it is harder than I thought it would be. So, hoo boy. Now that I have this situated, now I gotta do the straps that go around to the back. Everything, it's like a puzzle putting this together. I'm just really tired and my thoughts are not complete. Okay, I'm gonna take this off and then just leave the room and come back and just let tomorrow Annie figure it out. Excellent to me right now. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just really proud of myself for remembering the transition. I never do. So I took a day off, played a little Red Dead Redemption. This is my first time playing it. Sorry, just a little side tangent. I opened the game and it sets me in the middle of like a camp. So I'm like, okay. So this is my first time playing, by the way. Just opening the game. And I was like, that's weird, there's no title or anything. Okay, well maybe it's coming. And so I'm like walking around the camp and then I'm doing things and it's not giving me any instructions on how to like do the things, which is a normal thing for video games to do when you first start playing them. And I was getting really frustrated and I was not liking the game at all. Turns out I was playing my partner's game who was like 10 hours in already. So made a new account on the PlayStation and started a new game. It's going a lot better this time. I'm starting to enjoy it now. Anyways, so I took my latest pattern, the one that we just left off with from the last mock-up, and I've done a couple of things. Let me find my front piece. Oh good, it's on the floor. Okay, so I've taken my front side piece and I cut off an inch of it. This is 2 inches, but this is because it now has a seam allowance. So now we have that band. Remember this one? I was not gonna be able to put all the strips and the flounce and that band in between those two seams. It was gonna be too bulky. That is way, way too much fabric. So it wouldn't work. So now I have this. Between these two pieces is gonna go the flounce. And then here, and then this is my centerpiece, is where the strips will go. I've taken the centerpiece and opened it up because I don't want to cut anything on the fold. And then this little crescent is my flounce. I have another pattern that has this flounce. It's much wider. So I took that and traced it out. The original dress, the flounce is slightly gathered. So to replicate that, I did some slashes in the croissant and then just spread them out a little bit and then retaped them down and cut it out. And here we are with our little crescent. shape. We'll need 2 of these. And now there's a slight bit of gathering. So we now have everything ready to cut out. I think I am gonna put a lining on the inside, but I haven't quite realized how to attach it. Things would be easier if I didn't have these 2 bands right here. And I could attach them, but I kind of liked that they were separated. So I kind of want to keep it. And besides, I did a lot of work to make that function right. So we're keeping it. Right, so let's start cutting everything out.
After getting everything cut out, the first thing we need to do is tackle the straps across the bust. First, sewing them right sides together, then turning them right sides out. We take them and the bottom half of the center front over to the ironing board and give them a good press. After carefully pinning everything together, we need to sew them. This is the part where she needs to pay extra close attention. So let's give her some quiet so she can concentrate.
Okay, got a little bit done. Making progress. It's hard to tell if these are correct until I get like the whole thing put together, but I think they're good. I really spent a lot of time and really focused on them. My whole head was soaked. It was a stupid bit. Anyways, okay, so the next part is the ruffles and the side piece. Got my little side piece over here. Sorry, I understand if you want to leave. Ruffles. I think I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I'm gonna finish the edge of it. I'm going to do that by running it through the serger first and then folding that under and top stitching my little lace on top of that. Is this too cutesy? That's a silly question. The whole back of the dress is hearts. Yeah, it might be too cutesy, but it's what you started, so. Now I have to change the thread on my serger, which was, it was gonna happen. We had to do it at some point, but I was just really dreading it because last time I used it, it really gave me some troubles. And I try to do the thing where you like tie the little strings to the next string and then just like run it through so you don't have to rethread the whole thing, but I feel like since it has been temperamental lately, I should just go ahead and rethread it. It's also nasty. I don't want to clean it. Sorry, being really pouty, but I don't want to. Okay, we can do hard things. We can do hard things. Let's do it. I just have everything just like laying on me, but I don't know if I like the lace. I mean, it's cute, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's better plain? I don't know. I don't know. I wish you guys could answer me in like real time. Lace or no lace? What do I do? Just yell it at your screen right now and I will get it, okay? It didn't work. I'm just gonna sit on this overnight because it's getting late and I need to take a shower. It's hair wash day and I can't decide, so I might as well just take a beat, figure it out. Let's time travel to the future where I'm gonna have some really cute clean hair. Ready? Cute hair. I like to leave my curls unbrushed for a couple of days, and then when I brush them out, they stay longer and my hair looks like effortlessly beautiful. I was gonna wear a cute outfit today to go with my cute hair, but it's freezing. It's freezing. So no real clothes today. What I have decided for the flounce, is flounce right? It might be. I'm a little congested. I think I might be getting another sinus infection. I feel like I'm always sick on my videos. And I'm not a person that gets sick a lot, contrary to the video evidence. It's just been really bad this year with sinuses and allergies, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, trying not to make a decision, so I'm just talking about anything else. Because I had decided this morning that I was gonna do it without the lace. But then I came up here and looked at it and I was like, oh, but that's so cute. somehow I don't know again. It's very frustrating. I really wish somebody would make a decision for me. I am leaning towards it's a little too like cutesy. And I know the whole dress is like kind of Valentine's Day coded, but you can wear hearts other than Valentine's, okay? These little bangs are gonna drive me crazy. Just like you can wear spider webs and bats and ghosts other than Halloween. Hearts are cute. I can wear them anytime. Arguing with literally no one. Okay, I'm gonna go with no lace. I wish I had something to replace it with. Let me check. I actually have two different options. My favorite of the two is this handmade lace. I found this at an estate sale and just some lady crocheted this. Is that how you make lace? I don't know, but there's a fair amount on here and this would look really cute. The only issue with it is that it's off-white, which doesn't really match. So I might try to soak it in some, what's that stuff called? OxyClean. Maybe soak it in some water with some blue after I OxyClean it and see if that works. If it doesn't, I also have this lace. I think my main issue with this lace is just that it's so big. Yeah, yes, that is it. It's not that it's too cutesy, it's that it's too big. Like if there were like little hearts, I would be totally okay with it, but it's just like, there's just too much of it. Okay, I'm glad we figured that out. Thank you for your help. Been looking for a reason to use it. Like what a cool find. I love going to estate sales. Okay, I've gotten out what I needed, so let's see if we can't make this white.
Time to make forbidden soup. Taking some hot water and adding a bit of OxyClean to it, we add our lace and just let it sit and soak for a few hours. That's it.
Okay, these pieces are together, and now we need to take our little flounce guy, and we need to do some gathering, and I already have the gathering stitches in it, and then we're gonna put it between these two pieces and sew those up. So let's do that.
Checking on the forbidden soup, it's time to clean the lace off and get out the blue. You just need a couple of drops of this. It's supposed to look like a sky blue, and then you only let it soak for a few seconds. Back to the bodice, I added a narrow hem to the flounce, and then with the center and side pieces laid out, I carefully pin the flounce, making sure it's facing the right direction, and then sew them on.
1 week later.
Okay, so what happened was I accidentally sewed one of the ruffles on upside down. So like an adult, I very calmly just sat it down and left the room like an adult. And then I decided to take a day off. I did not want to come up here and get out the seam ripper. It just seemed like a lot of work to undo what I did. And I was just still mad about it. So I took a day off. And then remember how I said I thought I might be getting sick? Yeah, I got another sinus infection. Still getting over it a little bit. So, but I went to the doctor this time, got some antibiotics. Look, it's all right. I'm working on it. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna try to fix this sinus infection issue so I don't get these anymore. But I'm back, feeling better, mostly. And I went ahead and off camera finished the top. There wasn't much left to do besides like putting the frills back on after taking them off. But they look really cute, and then the lining is put on, and then I added that trim. Look how cute it is. It's so perfect. It's really dainty and just the right touch. And just for reference, this is one I cleaned, and then this is the original. So that's so much better, right? Looks really good. And I did try it on a minute ago. Fits really great. These little stripes at the top lay perfectly. Everything is looking really good. Let's finish the back really quick and then we can move on to the skirt.
Drafting the back was some silly, convoluted nonsense that is on brand for me. I had someone trace the opening of the back while I was wearing it, and then took that and cut it in half because it has a center back closure, so we need 2 pieces. Then used the slash and spread method to make it wider, because I wanted it to have some amount of gathering to it. It did require a slight bit of tweaking, but this mostly worked. Okay, I did a mock-up for the back. This is really hard. Okay, that's almost perfect. I just need to gather it a little bit more up at the top and maybe cut off a little bit because there was too much at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and make the real thing. Let's do a backwards transition. Ready? Huh? It's really cute. That's like a really cute. Very excited. One thing that I have messed up, and there is no way to go back and fix it at this point, is that I lifted the shoulders. So it lifted the bust up a little bit. See how it's like, here, so it should be shifted down a little bit. But it's not, I don't know, it's not really that noticeable. I think it's okay, right? Look at my boobs and tell me it's okay. Nothing we can do about it now, so it's fine. Okay, let me get Clara. I just have the skirt pinned to the waistband. And then here's the back. Now we need to make this dramatic back. Let me look at my reference image, because it really goes like out around the booty. I'm gonna use pins to mark it so that I can make it even when I take it off instead of just like chopping at it. Is that enough? Yeah, I think if I just follow this line, it'll be good. It's so hot in the office. So let me chop this off and then actually attach it to the waistband. And then I can try it back on again and figure out how long I need it to be. Ow, my knees, oh God. See you in a minute. Okay. Huh? Yes? Taking my yardstick, I was able to kind of figure out how long I need everything to be. So I've already cut it to be the length of the first part. And then the ruffled part is gonna be 6 inches. Oh my gosh, we're really like, this is coming together now so quick. Oh, it's very exciting. Okay, let's finish the bottom of the red skirt. Ready? Let's go. Okay, I have the ruffle. It's a bit more gathered than the reference image, but like, I'm not gonna redo it. Ruffles are cute. I'm gonna leave it. Now I need to attach that to the bottom, but I also need to add the lace for the bottom too. And I started to iron it out. And then as I was looking at it, it's just not as white as this. I don't know how this reads on camera, but it's definitely a difference. This is white and this is off-white. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did to the trim to this to make it white. And then this is all that I have for the whole thing. And this feels like enough. I mean, it has to be because this is all we have. So take this downstairs and let that start soaking. Now I need to finish putting the back together. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna finish this like tomorrow. Okay, so let's go down to the floor and cut out the back part with the white. Let's go. Recorded a whole segment and realized that the receiver wasn't plugged into the camera for the audio. So none of it had sound. So I have to do it all over again. And this is why you're supposed to hit record on the mic, so that way you have the audio, but there we go. So putting the back of this dress together has really thrown me for a loop. So I have part of it pinned and it's looking really cute. This is gonna be very cute, but I have the ruffle down here. I need to shorten the white part so that it is the same length as the red. And then I can attach the ruffle bit to the front and the lace to the bottom of the whole thing. And then the way that I have put this seam together, I did some like weird seam stuff. What I've done is this seam is folded over twice. So I folded it in one, folded it again. And then I've taken the back part and I have pressed the seam forward once. So now I'm gonna take that seam and fold it in to here and then top stitch it all down so that all the seams are encased in that bit there. And I already have it pinned on this side. See, so there's no raw edges shown. It was a little bit of a fuss to do, but it does look very nice. Gives it a very nice look to the finished garment. And then the very last thing I need to do is make some buttons. I decided to do some cover buttons with the spare red silk because I just thought it would look nice. I bought some heart buttons, but they just look really, I don't know, tacky. I feel like they cheapen the dress. So let me finish. Claire, you've been working out, haven't you? Buns of steel over here. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this dress and let's go make some covered buttons really quick, okay? Great. Covered buttons are super easy to do with the little kit. Just cut a little circle out of your fabric, put it on top of the silicone thingy, which is the technical term. Then take the dome part of the button and put it on top and then smush that down, press in the excess fabric to the inside of the button, and then add the little hat or back of the button if you prefer, and then press it in with the little plastic top hat guy, also the technical term. And then voila, you now have buttons. Okay, I got a bunch of covered buttons. And then I made one white one with the red heart in the middle, and that's gonna go in the very center back right here over the red part. But that's all I have left to do is attach these and put the buttonholes on, and we're done. That's so exciting. This dress came out so cute. Oh my goodness. But before we go to the reveal, if you're enjoying my content, please do me a big favor and like, subscribe, and comment, even if it's just a little heart emoji. It really helps. I really want to grow my channel this year, be a big YouTube star. And I just, quitting my job and doing this full time is the goal. So, share me. Anyways, let's go to the reveal. All right, ladies, and two gentlemen that watch my channel, that was my reveal. I do have some pros and cons this week. First one is the bottom of the dress, this lace. I wish it was gathered. I didn't have enough to do that, but I think I might take this lace off and buy some different lace and put it on the bottom because this dress is so cute. To be clear, I love this dress. It's adorable. I didn't think red was my color, but I don't know, maybe it's still not my color, but still a really cute dress. The other thing is the chest. I wish I had fixed that in the patterning portion, but there's, literally nothing I can do about it now. So it is what it is. I don't know. It's okay. I don't think most people would notice. Overall, I give this dress like a 9 out of 10. It's adorable. Look at the back. Look at the back of this dress. Look how cute that is. Ah. That's adorable. Also, I made this bow super quick this morning. It's not my best work, but I thought it would be cute. And I was right. Oh, okay. I'm going to take away a point. It's now an 8 out of 10 because I forgot to add pockets. How dare I? How am I supposed to wear this out? I don't have anywhere to put my stuff. But that's all I got for this week. If you like my videos, please share me. If not, that's fine too. Just your likes and comments and subscription is helping me out a lot too. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Love you, bye.
Is my lipstick even on?
I don't know what just happened.